Case study: Buckinghamshire County Council vs. Moran. Introduction. The 1990 case of Buckinghamshire County Council vs. Moran centered on a dispute over land ownership. The Buckinghamshire County Council held the documented title paper title to a plot of land known as Dolphin Place. However, Mr. Christopher Moran had been occupying the land for over 12 years, claiming ownership through adverse possession. This legal battle raised crucial questions about the balance between documented ownership and the concept of acquiring land rights through extended, uninterrupted occupation. Legal issues. The central legal issue in Buckinghamshire County Council vs. Moran revolved around the doctrine of adverse possession. This principle allows someone who occupies land without permission or legal title for a sufficient period, typically 12 years in England and Wales, to gain legal ownership. Adverse possession. Did Mr. Moran's actions constitute factual possession of the land for the required period, satisfying the legal elements of adverse possession? Evidencing ownership. While the council held the paper title, could Mr. Moran successfully challenge their ownership based solely on his prolonged occupation? Legal reasoning. The court applied the established legal requirements for adverse possession. To claim ownership through this doctrine, an individual must demonstrate factual possession. The occupant must exercise physical control over the land, treating it as their own. This could involve fencing, gardening, or other actions demonstrating dominion. Exclusivity. The possession must exclude others, including the legal owner. This doesn't require physically barring everyone, but the occupant must show an intention to keep others out. Continuity. The occupation must be uninterrupted for the statutory period, 12 years in this case. The court analyzed Mr. Moran's actions and found them to meet the elements of adverse possession. He had demonstrably occupied the land for over 12 years, treating it as his own and excluding others. The court then addressed the council's paper title. Traditionally, a documented title was considered strong evidence of ownership. However, Buckinghamshire vs. Moran established that paper title alone isn't enough to defeat a valid claim of adverse possession. If someone occupies land openly and uninterrupted for the required period, they can gain legal ownership, even against a party holding the paper title. Holding and significance. The court ultimately ruled in favor of Mr. Moran, recognizing him as the legal owner of Dolphin Place. This case significantly impacted the understanding of adverse possession. It emphasized that prolonged, uninterrupted occupation can extinguish the rights of a paper owner, even without the knowledge or consent of the legal owner. The case also highlighted the importance of taking action to protect ownership rights. While the council may have intended to use the land for future road construction, their failure to assert their ownership through actions like contacting Mr. Moran or attempting to evict him proved detrimental to their claim. Conclusion. Buckinghamshire County Council vs. Moran stands as a landmark case in property law. It clarifies that even a documented title can be extinguished by a successful claim of adverse possession. The case emphasizes the importance of both legal documentation and taking physical steps to demonstrate ownership and control over land. This case continues to be relevant in property disputes where ownership is challenged based on prolonged occupation. If you are a law student and looking for more case studies, visit our website www.mylawtutor.net.